The guilty verdict came in during the 1 o'clock hour. Both sides agreed to immediate sentencing, most likely to keep this process from dragging on for the families of the victims. We heard from many of those victims this afternoon. We're going to share their words with you now because these stories are so important.
We start with the last group of the speakers this afternoon. They were the family of Boulder police officer Eric Talley. He was killed while confronting the gunman. Several members of his family spoke today, including Talley's mother.
And then we were talking about spring coming and our multiple broken sprinkler systems. And he said, "Mom, I'm dispatched. I gotta go." And I said, "Eric, be careful." He said, "Always. I'll call you on the way home. I love you, Mom." And then my phone rang on the other line. And it was one of the 7 beautiful children my son and Leah have. And I hear this scream, "Nana, Daddy's dead."
Officer Talley's wife didn't speak, but in a written statement said she prays for redemption for the shooter. We also heard from Officer Talley's father, who described how he wants people to remember his son.
I think we should celebrate his bravery. We should ask ourselves, what man or woman would do that for not only the family of the Boulder Police Department, but for complete strangers. He was protecting his community.
Other families spoke as well. Kevin Mahoney's wife and daughter spoke today. His daughter was 6 months pregnant the day her dad died.
Destroyed, gutted, heartbroken are words that don't even begin to explain my emotions. I thought I was going to lose my baby. That's how upset it was. I wish the young man behind the gun had received more love in his life, because then maybe none of this would have happened.
The younger sister of Nevin Stanisic spoke on behalf of her family, paying tribute to her brother, who she said loved to take things apart and put them back together.
Something that sticks with me that my parents continuously say is Nevin je moja prva radost I prva tuga. That translates to Nevin was their first joy, first happiness, and their first sadness and heartbreak. No parent should have to grieve as I have watched my parents grieve over my brother. No parent should have to lose their child, especially in this way. No parent should have to bury their child 6 feet underground.
Ricky Old's family described her as a young woman with a spark who was beyond kind, who left people feeling good about themselves.
We never knew what color Ricky's hair would be or what new tattoo or piercing she would have. Ricky's smile would light up the room. And because of your actions, we no longer get to experience those things or see Ricky again.
Suzanne Fountain's family watched the victim impact statements online. They said they did not want to address the shooter. Denny Stong's family did not speak either, but sent a written statement. Denny's mom worked at the same King Soopers and was on her lunch break when the shooting happened. She described her son as a young man who wanted to be a pilot.
Lynn Murray's daughter spoke on behalf of her family. She lovingly remembered her mom as, quote, one of the coolest human beings on this earth.
My mom was a strong woman, and strong in a way where you could sense she carried the feeling of love in her heart with every step she took.
The mother of Chelona Bartowiak said her firstborn daughter was a woman who loved unconditionally and was just going to King Soopers to pick up a prescription.
I can't remember anything. The absolute worst day of my life, screaming, crying, screaming, sobbing, screaming. My heart was bleeding inside my body. They say time heals all wounds, but not this one. Time has only helped us to learn how to control our emotions for longer periods of time, but I don't think so-called closure will ever come.
Jody Waters' 2 daughters remembered her as loving, compassionate, and kind. They asked a family friend to speak in court today.
On another day, Alex wrote, I could only hope she is laughing in a field of wildflowers today. I miss her so much. I love you, Mom. Happy birthday.
And the family of Terry Leiker remembered her as just an avid CU Buffs fan, especially the CU marching band.
We want the shooter to know this murder has changed us. We will never be the same. We will never get over losing her, especially in such a horrible way. All of the other 9 murder victims will be with us as well.